Hello and welcome. I'm Lena Benjamin. You're listening to EmpowerHER Global, where I interview women in business from around the world. Today on EmpowerHER Global, I'll be talking to Zina Narir, Managing Director at Refurb It All Limited, located in London in the United Kingdom. Zina runs a professional quality building company. They construct, extend and refurbish commercial and residential properties, offering a fully project managed, hassle-free service. Hello Zina, welcome to the EmpowerHER Global show.
Hello Lena, nice to speak to you.
Hello there Zina, nice to speak to you too, and thank you for wanting to be interviewed. That's brilliant. I've got a few questions here for you that I'd like to sort of talk about your business and how you're developing yourself and just to share what's happening around the refurbishment projects in London, in the United Kingdom, etc. So what refurbishment projects in London are you most proud of, and why would you say?
I would say the project that I'm most proud of is a project that we carried out at a church in Kensington. Our brief there was to construct one new building in a small area between two buildings, and then to construct a second building to adjoin the main building, and then to refurbish throughout. It was a very difficult site. There was Japanese knotweed there, asbestos, there was logistical site issues, neighbouring issues, community issues. There were very specialist materials on the project, a board of trustees, 2 architects, a CDM coordinator, and lots of people to liaise with. There was also a very tight timescale in the summer period while the resident nursery was on holiday. But we met our timescale, our budget, and we overcame all the issues.
That is absolutely fantastic. Talk me through more of that. Was the refurbishment project in terms of the church converting into residential, or how? What was the?
No, the main church has quite a large building adjoining it, and within the church building they have a nursery. They also have the community of the church uses the building for events and lots of other things to do with the church. So it was refurbishing that building in various ways.
So it was commercial, because obviously you do commercial and residential, don't you?
Yes, correct. It was commercial, yes.
Perfect. Oh, that sounds absolutely brilliant. So there was a lot of negotiation around there in relation to consultations with residents involved with this. Is that correct?
Sure. I mean, also the council actually had to shut down the site at one point because all the residents adjoining had been notified, but a lot of them just were away and hadn't actually seen the notification. So there were lots and lots of different issues, but all got done in the end.
All got done in the end. That sounds absolutely fantastic. And so, in your role as director for Refurb It All Limited, would you say that you've been able to develop that sort of negotiation and ability to, talk to various different communities in order to develop the business?
Yeah, I mean, look, we have. Obviously, you meet with clients, you meet with architects, you meet with all kinds of property professionals. You meet people obviously in the networking framework as well. So yeah, I mean, obviously, in this role, there's lots of negotiating on every level with lots of different people to grow and build the business. Yes.
Fantastic. And I would say as a business person, businesswoman, it's a key element to managing any business, would you say, in terms of negotiation?
Definitely. I think, obviously I'm in a pretty male-dominated industry, but I just think as women, I tend to think we're quite well organised, very well equipped to all kinds of negotiating.
Perfect, brilliant. And how are you? A completely different topic here. How are you capitalising on Brexit? As we know, we're going through this whole turmoil or opportunities in relation to Brexit, and how is your business capitalising on that?
Okay, I mean, for us, we're not really capitalising on Brexit at the moment just because it's too much of an unknown for us. We don't really know how it's going to affect us all at the moment. We do know obviously in our industry, that some of the Eastern European workforce are going back to their countries or to other countries in Europe. This is, of course, a problem for the construction industry as a whole. Although looking forward for us, we're starting to get involved with more off-site build and prefabrication, because I believe that's the direction our industry is going in. So we're just trying to grow into that field a little bit. And just be prepared for, when parts of our industry will expire at some point, I think. So that's the kind of way we're looking at it at the moment.
And that is about capitalising on that. It's about side shifting and saying, okay, we've got this economic uncertainty. How can we grow our business as a direct consequence of that? And then that's how you're going to capitalise on the opportunities. Tell me a bit more about the whole concept about, what was he calling it?
Prefabrication, and building off-site.
And building off-site. Are you talking about BIM? I know about BIM. Is that the building information modelling, or utilising that? Or
I think it's all probably associated. I think it's just all different ways to obviously be more eco-friendly, more cost-effective, more, all these type of areas to cover. But I mean, if you can build lots of things off site and then deliver them to site, you're going to work quicker, you're going to be more cost effective, you're going to less manpower, less everything. So we're just, as I say, we're in the early stages of it and looking into it, but there's some really interesting ideas and opportunities out there at the moment.
Brilliant. And when you're, because it sounds as though it's BIM, so when you're utilising this whole construction off-site, so you'll know from utilising potentially technology what materials you're going to be utilising from a quantity surveyor point of view. You can actually ascertain and develop the design work, and then produce the whole, I guess, prototype and showcase that to the client, and then build it off-site, as you say, and then bring it on-site, and that's going to decrease the cost for the client, which is great. And so that sounds as though you are really looking into that and capitalising on that opportunity, that sounds absolutely great. Okay, so which areas in London do you see are prime investment opportunities?
Okay, recently on our social media we identified 5 areas of London that are prime for investment. And those are Acton, which we think is perfect for families, Black Horse Road, which is great for young professionals, Peckham Rye, which is quite an attractive up-and-coming area, Forest Gate, which is only 15 minutes from Liverpool Street, and Shepherd's Bush, which is obviously home to Westfield and lots of other new businesses. So those are the areas that we've identified at the moment.
And let's go through each of those areas. So Acton first. Is that anywhere near? Is that part of Crossrail?
I'm not sure actually where the Crossrail are coming to. They're definitely coming to some of these 5 that I've identified.
Yeah, I think they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Northwest. Yeah, I think you're right. Acton is obviously northwest of London. It's it's pretty central really, and I think I can't remember now exactly where Crossrail is, but it is definitely affecting some of these 5 that I've mentioned.
Yeah, because the 5 that you've mentioned, it sounds like great transportation. Well, transportation is coming to those areas, so it allows for people to want to both invest or relocate or whatever into those areas, which sounds absolutely brilliant. So I can understand why those were the 5 areas. I actually do like Shepherd's Bush. It's great. It's got the central line there. It's got the a lot more companies are developing their sites there, even though obviously BBC has left Shepherd's Bush. Oh no, they're still there, aren't they?
But yeah, I think they are still there.
They are still there, aren't they? Yeah. So that sounds brilliant. Okay, and it's just literally just down the road from central London. Obviously, you've still got Notting Hill down the road as well. And so that sounds brilliant. And so this is completely different to in terms of business, but it is business focused, because I see that you like to unwind and stuff like that, and utilising different areas in order to, or different tools or techniques in order to unwind, developing your business and all that sort of stuff, it's always good to unwind and develop yourself in a fresh outlook, and so you have new and fresh outlook on your business. So what do you do to relax and unwind?
So I meditate, which nourishes my spiritual side. I also practice yoga and Tai Chi, and I swim as well. I swim and I go to the gym, so quite a bit on the physical side. And then, as I say, the meditation and so on for the more spiritual side. I think it's important, especially in our industry. It's such a stressful industry that you definitely need to try and counteract that with other things.
And so the meditation, how do you meditate? Because everyone does it differently. What do you do to meditate? What do you listen to music? Do you walk or how do you meditate?
So meditation for me is, and I run meditation groups as well. Meditation for me is short and sweet. It doesn't have to be sitting there for hours on end, which I know does work very well for some people. For me, I find it very difficult to sit for long periods and switch my mind off. So short, sweet meditations where you're just literally sitting in the calm with burning a candle, burning a nice scent, and just literally switching off, and some guided meditation, so focusing on a particular scene or setting.
Okay, interesting. And you say you run a meditation class or classes. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I do. I run a meditation and relaxation group at my home in North London.
Interesting. So you have 6 or 7 people, and you do the guided
groups of people, just again running through various meditation and relaxation techniques with them.
Interesting, brilliant. And what was the other thing you said you do? Is it yoga, did you say as well?
I'm fairly new to yoga and Tai Chi, but it's something that I've been doing, say, for the last few months. It's good. It's good. It's not it's not the easy route, if you like. There's still difficult practices, I think, but I'm new to them, and I do that. I've always tended to go to the gym and swimming and things like that, but yoga and Tai Chi are fairly new for me.
Perfect. Well, as you say, it's stressful being in business in general, and particularly in your industry. So, utilizing meditation, yoga or Tai Chi, as you say, is great for relaxation, and then from that you can spring forward refreshed for the next coming days or whatever, which is absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time, Zine. If you stay on the line for me, and we'll have a bit of a chat afterwards, and I'll finish off here quickly. So you've been listening to Empower Her Global. This interview will be uploaded as content and an audio file on the online platform EmpowerHerGlobal.com, where we empower women in business to take action and progress in their business. Subscribe to the mailing list on EmpowerHerGlobal.com to keep updated on this interview and future ones. Thank you for listening.